Before I get started in this video, I would like to say one thing, and it's very important, and it's that this video is in no way, shape, or form not a rant. It is not a rant. I am going to keep this video as constructive as possible. You will see tag cards or whatever. I might just blanked out in the description, so you can click to like which part of the video you want to hear about. I want to keep this video as constructive as possible. Possibly give like some advices to like anybody that is mainly free to play, possibly new players as well, but really the new players, because this is pretty big. This is one of the biggest news we've gotten in general. Probably this year it's gonna top everything. I was gonna do a video earlier earlier this week talking about some other a questionable decision that Dokkan has made, and just were my thoughts and stuff, and just advice as well, same thing like this. But this honestly deserves its own video, because yesterday this blew up all over on social media, Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, anywhere you could think of, and there was a lot of opinions on this, and most of it, from what I've been seeing, is negative. Where do I stand on this? Where do I stand with this? I don't like this. I am all down for them to do new and different things for how we're summoning and banners and stuff. However, this just wasn't it. Before I continue, and get to my pros and cons, I do want to just talk about what are we referring to. So, a lot of people are making the comparison to Legends. If you play Legends, please explain to me how it works in Legends, because I don't play Legends. I don't know if there's like a huge difference between Legends version and this version. But basically, with this worldwide download celebration, with the release of Goku comes a new like exclusive type of unit. So obviously we have Dokkan Festival exclusives. And Dokkan Fest exclusives, which are red coins, and then we also had non-Dokkan Fest exclusive LRs, or just LRs in general that don't have the exclusive tag on it. Those are yellow coins. This Goku and what we're going to be seeing in the future are Carnival exclusives, I think that was the name of it, which are basically like yellow coins, but the exclusive versions. Yeah. And Goku's obviously the first. We're going to get another one in probably like 2 weeks for part 2. We have no idea how the release schedule is going to be for these types of cards or exclusive units in the future. But yeah. Oh, and also the way how it's going for this celebration, and probably for future celebration ones like this. Part 1 is going to be we're calling it a teal coin. We can call it green coin. Teal coin and red coin. Part 2, teal coin and red coin. When is a yellow coin banner gonna come? I don't know. We'll just have to see then. But that's basically how the summoning banner is. I will also just have it up on the screen as well. The featured units are also, by the way, which is very important, yellow coin LRs. That's very important for a point I'm going to bring up later on. And yeah, so let me first start off with the pros, and I have 2 pros that I have for this. The first one, finally, we are now starting to get LRs, even if that aren't yellow coins, but regardless, the LRs that are actually on par with red coins. At least that's what I'm assuming this trend is going to be. We have to see how it goes in the future, but finally, I say that because one of the reasons why people are more hyped, at least to me it seems from when I do my research, one of the reasons why it feels that people care more about red coin units than yellow coin units is, number 1, it's just obviously way easier to get a TUR than an LR. But just number 2, they just make them better. They make them better. They seem to have the better animations, but in general their kit are just 10 times better than that of like a yellow coin LR. It's absolutely insane when you can compare a TUR unit to an LR. That's crazy. So the fact that they're now releasing an LR that can actually match up or even be better than the TURs, or especially the Dokkan Fest LRs, is honestly quite amazing. That's actually quite amazing, and that's where one of the where people were saying that there's gonna be variety. That is where I will at least agree on that, because at least it's not red coins ruling it all over. Do I really care about it if red coins are only really the best ones and not really yellow coins are like subpar-ish kinda? I don't really care, but it's pretty cool though nonetheless. The second thing is that yes, the featured units are not the greatest on Goku's banner. However, they're LRs. Obviously, when they release more of these Teal Coins exclusive, Carnival exclusive units, they will be the featured units. Just like how Dokkan Fest banners now is mostly Dokkan Fest exclusive units. It will be like that over time, depending on how long this game is going to keep going for. But we have like a huge roster of LRs, and hopefully they just pick the right characters for that, for their featured units. But yeah, I mean, more LRs featured, that's great. Yeah, that I definitely don't mind that at all, for sure. They just gotta make like I said though, it seems that they LRs are just gonna get better and better, I hope, over time. And that's the reason why I think that's really a pro. Unlike the regular top legendary summon banners, those featured units are just regular URs or TURs that are in the regular pool of units that you could pull for on any other banner. This one is way better because it at least gives LRs. So it kind of gives a bit of a more incentive to summon on there, and maybe potentially a better chance to get these said units. And like I said, more opportunities if I haven't said that. Now, those are all the pros. What about the cons that I have? Now, I have 4 cons. The first one, there is no reason why we should have gotten an extra coin. Like I said, we have red coins, yellow coins, and blue coins. Red coins are Dokkan Fest exclusives. They can be TURs or LRs. Yellow coins are basically LRs with the non-exclusive tags on them. So like a AGL Gohan and Trunks, or Int Merge Int Merge Zamasu, or Int Goku Black, Rose, units like that. Now, what are blue coins? Now, back in the day when mono leads was like the meta, they were releasing banners that were basically mono support leads. And they even have like, what was it, Awakenings? I don't remember if it was Awakenings or East they had like a year or so ago. But they're really good. Here's just the problem though, they're really hard to get. Like, I don't remember how often their banners come up, but it's not often at all. And even then, who's honestly going to be summoning on those banners more times than not anyway? The only types of banners that has these blue coin units are those banners, which the last time they released those types of banners, I think there may have been like another banner that was even more hype going on, I think. But regardless, who's gonna want to risk that though, is the thing. You have those banners, then you have the double rates banner, which like the Chilai and Fasha if you're on JP, which that's totally different because potentially better rate to get an LR. The featured units that they were showing off were fucking great, that's for sure. And then in November, which is the big thing, the Heroes banner, something that only comes out once every year, potentially twice, depends really, but usually once a year. And those are the times where everybody's really gonna put their stones down for that. And that's one thing. So that's really like only one banner that damn near anybody's unanimously going to be summoning on for that has blue coins. The problem is that most of the other types of banners that we get is, as far as blue coins, aren't really that much use. And even if they did, there's no characters for that. We have these monoliths, but they rarely ever show up. They're on very specific banners, like it seems that they're even more rare to get than the hero units you get in November. It's absolutely crazy. So there's that problem. So now we get another coin, and now it's still useless. The blue coin is still useless, and until they release more units, because we have for the teal coin, because we have no idea how the release date is going to be for that type of coin. It's just going to be potentially 500, because it could be 500 or more for the scopes. We have no idea. I'm assuming 500, and it's like, okay, we gotta spread out all our monies now for red coin banners, yellow coin banners, teal coin banners, and maybe a blue coin banner here and there. It just really depends. And that's honestly a bit sickening, for real. The second reason is, how many banners are we, this isn't really a con, but it's more of a question. How many banners are we now going to have for each celebration? If we know that we're going to get this same format in part 1 is going to be in part 2, another red banner unit and teal unit banner, whatever. Yeah. What about yellow coins? Because usually we get yellow coins. Are they now going to get rid of that now, or are they still going to implement it? There's 3 parts in the celebration. Who's to say that maybe in part 3 it's going to be a yellow coin banner dropping? Who knows? I mean, that could potentially happen, I guess. Yeah, that could very well happen. Part 1 we had teal and red banners. Part 2, same thing again. Part 3, 1 or 2 yellow coin banners, or probably just 1 yellow coin banner with 2 units on there. Who knows? That could happen. That very well, honestly, could happen. However this format is in here, it's gonna be the same thing in the anniversary. How is the format going to be for single units when they're releasing? Are we going to have a Dokkan Fest in part 1? Are they going to now extend it from 2 parts to 3 parts? Or are they going to just swap here and there between yellow and teal? Like, what's going to happen with that? Moreover, when it's not big celebrations, how is any free-to-play player going to have enough stones to save up for that? Even with the amount of EZAs we're getting, if they're going to go that route of 3 parts for every celebration, that's 150 stones for at least 1 multi per banner. I don't think they give us enough for that type of shit. Maybe 100, maybe. Definitely not 150. And sometimes 100 is just like give or take, really. So I really want to see how they're going to be releasing these teal coin units in the future, because again, they're basically LRs. So that's why I'm wondering, are they just going to swap between yellow and teal for certain celebrations and keep it 2 parts, or they're going to make it a 3 part? Who knows? The other thing is, from what I hear and obviously seen, it seems that there's no pity system still. We're going to now have 3 special types of units for 3 different currencies, and we still don't have a pity system. At this point, we might as well should have a pity system. The amount of banners people are now going to be summoning on for, because we have exclusive units for red coins, for yellow coins, and now teal coins. We need a pity system. There's no explanation for that. We need a pity system, and it really sucks that Dokkan, of all games, and we're about to be hitting 8 years soon, and we still don't have a pity system. It's absolutely ridiculous. And the last thing I just have is, this is just a problem for now, because like I said in the beginning of the video, or if I didn't mention it, these opinions can definitely change in about a year, because I will look back at this, but at least for now, the featured units are yellow coins. On one hand, it's like, awesome, they're featuring yellow coins, yellow coin LR units. On the other hand, it's like, I have like 200 to 300 yellow coins. You're featuring them on that banner, but obviously it's really hard to get those types of units, and it's a whole different currency. Now the currency that I would have loved to use on a yellow coin banner, I had to potentially use it on a teal coin banner. Might not get the unit most likely, and I just basically wasted that. And it's not like you can exchange, or like combine like certain currencies like the blue coins with that, or so on and so forth. So that sucks. That's where it really hurts free to play people, because it's going to take a while until they release a lot of teal coin units to where they can start having them like maybe like 4, 5, 6, 7 on each banner. It's going to be a while. And again, it really depends on how often they're going to release said specific or exclusive units each time. So then that's my pros and cons. Now, what is my solutions or my advice? As far as solutions go, there is none. As I've been saying the past couple of times in this video, nobody knows how this is going to go in the future. If somebody says they know, they're fucking lying. We have no idea how often they're going to be releasing teal units down the line. We just don't know. As far as advices, I agree with people when they're saying this, and Dokkan YouTubers when they say this. If it's a character you want, in this case part 1, Goku or Cooler, or Goku or Cooler for red coins, Goku for teal coins. If those are characters you want, summon. If they're not, wait for part 2. Originally, obviously, this was going to be a dual Dokkan Fest, so basically 2 LR banners. Now we know we're going to have 4 banners. So if you can at least wait 2 weeks until part 2 comes out, and then we have both teal banners out, as well as both Dokkan Fest banners are out. That way you can like fully make your decision after meditating and just looking at it a couple times, and like, okay, I'm gonna go for said unit that's in part 2, or like, yeah, I'm gonna just go back and just summon on this banner in part 1. That's really the only advice. And this is just for this celebration, because we have, like I said, we don't know how this is going to go for single unit releases for most months, really, because most months are just single unit celebrations. There are a handful of times where it will be maybe a dual Dokkan Fest, and that may change. Like I think, like usually New Year's is that may be maybe that might still be the same, or it might change to this format. We have no idea. So I think the best course of action is just be very cautious with your stones. Pay attention to when this is actually very important. Pay attention to when the due dates are, or when the expiration dates for said banners is. And if you know that we're going to be getting, like, let's say a part 2 and we see this banner, okay, now I'm like, okay, I'll summon on this one. And like I said, we need to see how they're going to be just treating like yellow coin banners as of late. So that's really it. The main thing is just summon on a banner you really like, or for a character that you really like at this point, or for units that you want, and look at the expiration dates for these banners. Because that's really the main thing. Because if you can at least wait till you can see the amount of banners they put out, so you could pick, okay, I'm going to pick that one, then that's really going to be your best bet. Because what I don't think is the best course of action is, regardless if it's a worldwide download celebration or the anniversary, at this point you're just best bet, at least for this first year alone, until we come back here again potentially, is to just wait and see what banners are out. It might not be the funnest thing to do, honestly, but if you're a free-to-play person and you're like super nervous that part 2 is going to have the way better one, a card, or the card that you'd rather have more, like let's say this the red coin LR here was Gogeta. I like Vegeta more, and in part 2 they actually released Gogeta, and I actually like his stuff more. There we go. I at least waited and got that. Or I pretty much wasted on Gogeta, and then I probably don't have much stones for that. You see what I mean? So it's more of like a waiting game for now. Like I said, until a year goes by, we just have to wait and see how things go. And that's pretty much the advice I got. Tell me what y'all think. If y'all have any advice actually for other free-to-play players, do say in the comments for sure, as well as what you think. But definitely, I'm more curious to see if anybody else has any other advice for this new system. Anyway, that's it. Yeah, this is going to be very interesting, that's for sure, and both good and bad for sure. But it is what it is. Like I said, we'll just have to wait and see how things go for this whole year till next year back in September, and we'll just have to reanalyze how things are going so far. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next video. Y'all take care, stay blessed, peace.